Is Russian your first language and you want to know how to avoid common mistakes when speaking English? Keep watching for the top 6 mistakes and how to avoid them. Let me tell you about one of our students, Larissa. All right, Larissa came to my program and she worked in research and development for the government, and she had this very high-level job, and she was motivated, she was ambitious, she really went after everything that she has in life, and I just really admired her in just the fire that she has. And Larissa really wanted to take her communication skills to the next level. Okay, she was already at a very high level. She was operating in English quite well, but she wanted to take it to the next level. That was the next challenge for her. So she was very ambitious in all of her life, including her pronunciation and accent in English. So for Larissa and many of our other Russian students, we have a pretty predictable pattern that comes up when it comes to working with our Russian clients. There are predictable error patterns that happen. So today I'm going to go over some of those with you so that you can correct these in your spoken English. So stick around for one of the most difficult sounds that Russian speakers have trouble with. But first, let's talk about the tapped or rolled R. Okay, so many of our Russian students will roll or tap their R. So Russian, Russian, Russian. That tongue tip is coming up and rolling or tapping on the roof of the mouth. Okay, the American R sound is with the tongue tip down and the back of the tongue is bunched up in the back of the throat. So rrr, rrr, rrr. Okay, so that tongue tip is down. Rrr. Russian, Russian. So let me contrast those. Russian, Russian, Russian. Okay? R. All right? So let's go through some words to practice that. So Russian, right, red. Now here are R blends. Bring, great, and then R vowels. Together, car. So here's another error that our Russian speakers tend to have. Substituting Z for the voice TH and S for the voiceless TH. So we have voiced and voiced sounds in American English, and voiced is with our voice on, and voiceless is with the voice off. So voice sounds, you'll feel a vibration. Voiceless, you will not in your throat. So commonly I'll hear, instead of this, I'll hear zis, zis. Okay, so we have to get that tongue between our teeth, instead of back behind our teeth. Z, z, this, zis. Or instead of brother, brother, I'm hearing bruzzer, bruzzer. Or instead of smooth, smooth, I'm hearing smooth, smooth. Okay, so that's a voiced TH. Now voiceless TH, instead of thank you, with that tongue out, thank you, I'm hearing thank you, thank you. Okay, instead of something, I'm hearing something. So that's not correct. Something. We want that TH outside of our mouth a little bit and between our teeth. And instead of with, I'm hearing whis, whis. So we got to get that American TH sound working for us. All right, the third error pattern for Russians tends to be adding a G or a K sound after the ing ending, or completely dropping it. So I'll give some examples. So instead of coming, are you coming? Coming, so that ing at the end, coming, ing, I'm hearing coming or coming, and a really strong ending there, sound there. Or more often I hear comin', comin', are you comin'? Which sounds to a native speaker just a lot more reduced or relaxed. It's not more of the professional and accurate pronunciation, but it's more what maybe younger kids will say. Are you coming? Are you coming? Versus are you coming? Are you coming? Okay. What are you doing? doing. So a lot of times I'm hearing, what are you doing? What are you doing? Doing. Instead of, what are you doing? Or what are you doing? Doing versus what are you doing? Okay, bring that G back to that tongue to the back and touch the back of the throat instead of the front. Doing is touching the front. Doing, ing is the back. Okay, that one is one that I really tend to have to work with our students during our study groups together because it's a difficult one to really feel in the mouth and hear in your mind. All right, the next one is devoicing voiced consonants. Okay, so again, I was talking about voiced and voiceless sounds. Voiced and voiceless sounds. So what I hear is words that have a voiced ending. So d, g, j. You know, these are all voiced endings. Something that has a word that has a voiced ending, especially the D ending. So I hear instead of outside, d, outside, I'll hear outside, outside, outside. Okay, so it's a voiceless release instead of that voiced sound. Okay, such a subtle difference, but native speakers will pick up on it. So instead of God, you'll hear got. Okay, which in American English, these are two different words. Okay, so changing that voiced ending could change the word completely. All right, number 5. There's a V and W confusion. Okay, so V and W confusion. V is with the teeth, the top teeth on your bottom lip. V. And W is with the mouth rounded, no contact with the teeth. W. So instead of what with the rounded, I'm hearing vat. Okay, so we have to get that roundedness to the W sound. Instead of Y, I'm hearing vai. Where, ver. When, ven. Okay, we got to get that rounded W for those words with W. Okay, w, v. Different sounds. Now the final one, and this is one that really gets to be more of a challenge because it's these vowel sounds that sound very similar to each other. And so the common error pattern I hear with our Russian students is that they're pronouncing long vowels like short vowels. So instead of getting that long vowel pronunciation, they're shortening or reducing the vowels. So our long vowels have a fuller movement. A, E, I, O, U, So there's just a longer pronunciation to it. There's a fuller mouth movement that goes along with it. Okay, so what I'm hearing, instead of paper with a long A, paper, I'm hearing pepper. Okay, so that vowel is getting shortened. Paper, pepper. Another example is cheese. Instead of that long E sound for cheese, I'm hearing chiss. Okay, that's just shortening this, what should be a very long vowel pronunciation. Cheese. And we just kind of have to hang on those long vowels a little bit. Instead of drive, with that long I, drive, I'm hearing driv. Okay, drive, driv. Okay, that long vowel needs a fuller movement. It needs more time. It needs more stress to it instead of reducing it to that short vowel sound. All right, so hopefully some of these error patterns are something that you maybe can recognize in your own spoken English so that you can start bringing that awareness to these challenges in your spoken English and start shifting and changing them. Until you're aware of them, it's really hard to shift them or start retraining your mouth to pronounce them in a different way. So now that you are aware of them, now it's a matter of repetition and practice. You have to practice them over and over and over and over again until it becomes habit. And that's what happened with Larissa, is that we were able to work together, and of course she's motivated, she's driven, she's ambitious, and so she worked very, very hard and got a lot of repetition and practice to be able to retrain her mouth to speak in this more American sounding accent. She really dove deep and worked hard on it and had incredible results. So if you want to dive in more to these long and short vowels, go ahead and check out the next video, pronunciation rules for the long A, short A, and